Television film writers are picketing for better pay outside major studios, a work stoppage that started May 2nd and has already led most late-night shows to air reruns. 11,500 members of the Writers Guild of America, the union representing television and film writers, have stopped working starting this May 2nd, when their contract expired, commencing the first ever Hollywood strike in 15 years. Now, the union is seeking higher minimum pay, more writers per show, and shorter exclusive contracts, among other demands. All of these conditions, it says, have been diminished in the content boom that's been driven by the streaming industry. Now, May 1st, Labor Day, was the deadline for this deal with the union, and with that being breached, many more productions will be brought to a halt, something that would be another huge blow to an industry that has already been rocked in the recent years by the pandemic and the sweeping technological shifts. So what is it that is at the heart of this problem? Why are the Hollywood writers suddenly a disgruntled lot? A deep dive gets us to see how this is a ripple effect of the new streaming economy. The Guild says that even as the series budgets have increased, writers' share of that money has consistently shrunk. And many are also reporting lower wages even as the digital platforms have upended the traditional television and film productions. The Guild also blames the practice of having what's being called mini rooms, or the use of smaller staff for shorter stints, that has in fact made sustained income harder to come by. In fact, the number of writers working at the Guild minimums has gone from about 1/3 to about half in the last decade, all this regardless of experience. And the writers of comedy variety shows for streaming have no minimum protection at all. Now, months of negotiations have still left considerable distance between the writers and the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers, which represents the studios and the production companies. Now, this AMPTP did say that it had offered quote-unquote generous increases in compensation for the writers, as well as improvements in the streaming residuals. And they also said that they would be improving its offer, but that couldn't happen due to the multitude of demands by the writers. Now, remember the last Hollywood strike from the same union in 2007 and 2008 took about 3 months to resolve. And with this one, with no talks or even plans to talk pending between the WGA and the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers, there is no telling how long the writers will have to go without pay, or how many major productions will be delayed, shortened, or even scrapped.